Okay, the other requirement is going to be highest. Sorry, Camp, I forgot to turn it on. To lowest exponents. Okay, it needs to be highest to lowest with the exponents, and it needs to be in ABC order. Okay, now you guys know me, I do not normally do notes. This one we just got to do notes, okay? So suck it up. Okay, so when we look at these ones, it says write each polynomial in standard form. Okay, so a polynomial is anything with letters and numbers. So they want you to write it in standard form. So standard form says ABC order and highest to lowest. What is the highest exponent on here? Okay, an exponent are these little numbers. So we have a 1, no exponent, or a 2. What is going to be the highest one?
2.
2. So the first thing you're going to write down is 2x squared. What's the next highest exponent? 1. So it's going to be plus 3x, or you could say 3x to the 1. And what's the last one? You have not used it yet. Yeah, it's just going to be plus 1. Okay, we're just going highest to lowest. And I'm going to write over here on the board, but this is how we do these. So it would be like something with an x to the 5th, x to the 4th, x to the 3rd, x squared, x, or you could say x to the 1, okay? And then last, it's just going to be a number all by itself with no letters. Okay, so when we write it in standard form, you go with the highest exponent down to the lowest exponent. So when we look at 3, what's the highest exponent?
3.
Third, okay, so it's going to be W3. And maybe you might need to cross it off after you use it. Okay, so you use W third, cross it off. What's the next highest exponent?
Second.
Yeah.
Squared.
To the second or squared, so plus 5W squared. What's the next highest exponent?
W.
W. So it's going to be minus W. Okay, we always use the letter or the sign that's in front of it. And then what's going to be the last one?
28.
Plus 28. Okay, so it's really not that hard. You're just keeping them and you're rearranging them. Okay, now this one has A's and B's. Okay, and so this one is where we have to do highest to lowest in ABC order. So start by looking at the exponent. What is the highest exponents?
3.
3. So I have a to the 3rd and a negative 2b to the 3.
I already know.
What comes first?
A to the 3rd because A comes before B.
A comes before B, so we got to do the A first. So it's going to be a to the 3rd, and then we got negative 2b to the 3. What's the next highest exponents?
2.
2. So you're going to use this one. So plus 5a squared b squared. And then lastly, two AB. Okay. So let's look at this last one. We need a couple little more notes. So there are 2 ways to classify a polynomial. So when we do this today, what you doing?
Taking my brother back.
And I don't care about your brother. You can tell him I took your phone.
That's our friend.
And you's over there just
No,
chatting away.
Bubby's typing.
Well, that's great. Tell Bubby you have to talk to him later. Okay, so classifying polynomials, okay? So when we look at polynomials, remember a polynomial is anything with a bunch of letters and numbers, okay? We can label these so, kind of like by using a first and last name, right? That's how you classify people. So I'm Ashley Henning. That's Jade Nicole Childers. Is that your middle name? You look like it could be a Nicole. What's
You
your
do
middle
look
name?
like a Nicole.
That is my middle name. You're just gonna tell everybody my middle name now.
That ain't your middle name.
I swear to God it is. Go look on the thing.
I'm about to in a minute. You look like a Nicole.
But that's my mom's name.
All right, so when we classify polynomials, when something has a 0 degree, it's going to be called a constant. And this is an S, by the
Jay,
way.
we learned all this at ACLA. Like now it's coming back to me.
I know.
Okay, this one is going to be called a linear. Quadratic.
It's another one.
This one's going to be a cubic. And a quartic.
This is a fucking hard.
Huh?
Nuh-uh, we learned
No,
this.
it's super easy. Okay? The notes is the hardest part. Swear to God. Okay, so a constant is when something, so the degree right here, I want you to write exponent. That's what another word for degree is the exponent. So look right here. This is a constant. See how it has a number? No letter. So it would just be like 6 or 4. That is a constant. So it's going to be just a number. Linear is going to have x or x to the 1. Quadratic is going to be x squared. Cubic, x3. So what do you think quartic is?
X4.
X4. Come on, we're
She
trying to
said-
do that. I know, because that's what she's trying to do. Okay, the number of terms is going to be, if there's 1, it's going to be a monomial. Okay, a binomial. I'm not even trying to be funny. What's bi mean?
You bisexual.
Well, I didn't say sexual. I just meant bi. But no, you can relate it to
Like
something you
two.
know. What does bisexual mean?
You like boys and girls.
Yeah, you like both sexes. Okay, so when we talk about bi means 2. Okay, so that's what about tri? 3. Okay, tricycle. Okay, some things they have that first 3 letters, okay, because they go to something. And then this one is going to be a polynomial. No, but you're right. Most people, you say bi, they think of bisexual, which is okay, I'm not. Good? All right, let's look at some examples. So, 7 says 6. So, what is the exponent on 6?
Constant.
It's going to be a constant. It's only a number. There's no letters. So, you're going to have a constant.
And mine only.
And then how many terms? By terms, so look up here. This is
It's gonna
1
be a
term, 2
polynomial.
terms. This is just 1 term. 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms. So,
It's gonna be monomial.
yeah, this one just has 1. It's going to be a monomial. Every time, all of these should have 2 answers. You pick 1 from this category, 1 from this category.
Binomial.
Okay, so look at 9. What's the highest exponent?
7.
No,
One.
it's a 1. Okay, right here is the exponent part. Remember I said it's either going to have an x or x to the 1 or p to the 1. So it's going to be what? Linear. And then how many terms?
Binomial.
Binomial. Okay, look at 11. What's the highest exponent?
3.
3, so it's going to be cubic. And then how many terms are there?
Binomial.
Yeah, there's 1, 2. So it's going to be a binomial. Can I go?